Hi everyone, I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com here at PGE Park in Portland, Oregon, where tomorrow night at 7:30 the Sounders begin defense of their U.S. Open Cup title against the Portland Timbers.
We know Portland's a good team. They're looking forward to coming up into MLS. You know, they're a physical team. They're a strong team. They're very good on set pieces. They've got good height on their team. You know, so we're aware of all those things. But for us, it's important that we play our game to the best of our ability. You know, we right now have to focus on ourselves.
You know, starts tomorrow. You know, starts with that first game. You know, I think that's as far as we're looking at this point. You know, taking things one game at a time, showing the fight and the intensity and the, you know, just the, you know, the willingness to fight for, each other. I think that's the most important thing for us right now. And then, you know, whatever happens down the road, you know, we'll each step at a time.
For the second time in 4 days, the Sounders are training in their opponent's stadium. This time, they're a little bit more familiar with the surroundings.
No, it is what it is. You know, you come down here and you know what you're going to expect. You know, stadium's gonna, it's going to play the same way for both teams. And we know what we're going to get out of Portland. You know, and coming out early and showing that they're going to be in for a battle, taking the crowd out of it early. You know, Timbers Army, one of the best supporters group in I'd say in the country. So you know, taking them out of it early is definitely important. So and then go from there.
Last year, the Sounders opened the tournament here at PGE Park and got a 2-1 victory over the Timbers. Roger Levesque scored in the first minute, and Stephen King added the game winner later in the first half.
Coming out of here with a 2-1 win, I think that's all you can ask. You know, we came out and battled, against a really hungry team. Obviously, getting the goal early helped. I think the best part about it, or the most fun for me, was the celebration afterwards with Big Nate Jakwa, chopping down the tree. Hopefully, we can do something similar tomorrow.
It was a fun one. I mean, it was a battle. They came out flying, but we were able to play pretty well, get a couple of early ones, and able to finish the game off.
With roots that run all the way back into the 70s in the North American Soccer League, this is considered the best rivalry in North American soccer.
Watched the Timbers, train with them a little bit when I was younger, and you always kind of heard about this rivalry. And some of my coaches growing up also played for Sounders and played for Timbers, and it's a big rivalry, and it's fun. It's fun watching. I mean, it's going to be rowdy, and I enjoy that.
I'm good friends with Jimmy Gabriel, so he's told me about the rivalry from his standpoint. You know, when he was with the Sounders, Jimmy Conway is a good friend of mine, and I know when he was playing for the Timbers, Mick Hoban, who played for the Timbers, is another friend of mine. So I got a lot of familiarity with the rivalry from those guys from the old NESL days and how much it meant in those days. And I think this is going to be one of the premier games next year in this league. You know, the game, Seattle at Portland, and the game of Portland at Seattle is going to be two of the games. They can talk about the Classico in LA, but I don't think it's going to compare to what's going on here.
Sounders will be wearing their electricity jerseys tomorrow night. Kickoff is at 7:30. You can catch the game live on Fox Sports Northwest. Also, we'll be blogging the game right here on SoundersFC.com. We're expecting a full house at PGE Park. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com.